Here's a spicy question. Can you really start investing with just 1,000 pesos? And if you stretch it a bit, 5,000 pesos, which gives you the better bang for your buck. Stocks versus index funds versus real estate in 2025? Today we'll break it all down. Returns, timelines, risks, advantages, minus the boring finance professor vibe. Think of this as your crash course in the best investment in 2025 for beginners. Most people think investing is only for chief executive officers, well-off people in golf clubs, or that one friend who keeps saying crypto to the moon. But the truth is, in the Philippines today, you can start with as little as 1,000 pesos. Yup, that's less than one buffet trip or 2 Grab rides when surge is crazy. Here at the Freedom Years Project, we crunch the numbers and explain them in plain English, so you don't get lost in jargon. Here's the problem. A lot of investing videos either sound like lullabies or motivational speeches with zero math. Beginners end up more confused than confident. But if you've ever asked yourself, is real estate investing in 2025 safer than stocks? Should I start with index funds in 2025 or buy property? Or is it too late to join the game? This video will finally clear things up, with numbers, not just vibes. Let's start with stocks, the OG investment. With 1,000 pesos, you can already buy shares of companies in the Philippine Stock Exchange, or PSE, through online stockbrokers like COL Financial, First Metro Securities, or BPI Trade. Possible returns? On an average, stocks grow 8 to 12% per year. That's if the market behaves. For your 1,000 pesos, it will grow within 80 to 120 pesos in 1 year. With your 5,000 pesos, it will be roughly between 400 to 600 pesos in 1 year. Sounds tiny, right? But here's the kicker. If you invest 5,000 pesos consistently every month for 10 years at 10% annual growth, you'd have around 1 million pesos. Risks, volatility. Prices jump like a telenovela plot twist. If you panic sell, you lose. Timeline? 5 to 10 years minimum. Stocks reward patience, not panic. Next up, index funds for 2025. Instead of gambling on one company, you buy the top 30 companies in the Philippines in one go. Think of it as ordering a sampler platter instead of guessing one dish. Minimum? Around 1,000 pesos through apps like GCash, Seedbox, or directly with fund providers such as Atram or Sun Life. These funds usually track the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, or PSEI, basically the country's top 30 companies. Returns? Roughly 6 to 10% annually, a little lower than stocks but smoother. For 1,000 pesos, it will grow by 60 to 100 pesos in 1 year. For 5,000 pesos, it will be 300 to 500 pesos in 1 year. The advantages? Instant diversification. Even if one company tanks, others balance it out. Risks? Still tied to the stock market. If the PSEI crashes, you feel it too. But for beginners, this is the no-brainer option. No stock picking stress, no chart headaches. Just invest, chill, repeat. Now the crowd favorite, real estate investing in 2025. We all dream of owning condos, lots, or that beach property where we will retire. But unless you have 5 million pesos lying around, how do you even start? Enter real estate investment trusts, or REITs. These are companies that own malls, offices, and commercial buildings, and they share profits with investors like us. Examples include Ayala Land's AREIT, Double Dragon's DDMPR, and Philinvest's FILRT. How much are the returns? REITs give 4 to 6% in annual dividends, plus possible price growth. For your 1,000 pesos, around 40 to 60 pesos dividends per year. For your 5,000 pesos, that's between 200 to 300 pesos dividends per year. What are the advantages? You're a part owner of actual properties. Zero landlord headaches, zero tenants ghosting you. The risks? Prices can drop if the real estate market slows. Dividends aren't guaranteed every single year, but compared to buying a condo and paying for maintenance, REITs make real estate accessible to everyone. Okay, let's create a head-to-head comparison side by side. With 1,000 pesos on stocks, 80 to 120 pesos per year, high risk, high reward. On index funds, 60 to 100 pesos per year, lower risk, diversified. With REITs, 40 to 60 peso dividends, plus potential growth. With 5,000 pesos on stocks, 400 to 600 pesos per year. On index funds, 300 to 500 pesos per year. With REITs, 200 to 300 pesos per year. Now zoom out to 10 years. For stocks at 10%, 12,970 pesos from 5,000 pesos. For index funds at 8%, 10,794 pesos from 5,000 pesos. And for REITs at 5%, 8,144 pesos from 5,000 pesos. So who wins? For growth, stocks. For set and forget, index funds. For passive income plus property exposure, REITs. It's like dating. Stocks are the exciting but unstable type. Index funds are the dependable partner. And REITs are the dads with steady rental income. Here's the truth. 1,000 pesos or 5,000 pesos won't make you rich this year. But it's not about instant millions. It's about starting the habit. Because 5,000 pesos invested every month for 20 years at 10%, that's 3.8 million pesos. And that's how wealth is built. Boringly, consistently, silently. Quick disclaimer, this video is an intro crash course. We simplify concepts so everyone can follow. But before you invest, validate with experts. COL Financial, Ramper Financials, the BSP or Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, or the Philippine Stock Exchange's Electronic Disclosure Generation Technology, which is basically the PSE's official disclosure portal. We're not your financial advisor. We're your friendly guide showing you the doors. Once you're ready, consult a licensed planner or broker. Here's what to do next. Open a free account with COL Financial, GCash Invest, or a REIT broker. Start with 1,000 pesos today. And if you want the exact step-by-step guide, send an email to freedomyearsproject@gmail.com for our free beginner's investing cheat sheet with the subject line Investment Crash Course. Question for you. If you had 5,000 pesos today, where would you invest it? Stocks, index funds, or real estate? Comment below. I want to see your picks. And hey, if this video helped, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who thinks investing is only for the rich. Let's prove them wrong. This was your beginner's guide to stocks versus index funds versus real estate in 2025. Now, if you're just starting to invest, you also need to make sure your money doesn't slip through the cracks. So watch our previous video, Money Traps That Keep You Stuck in the 9-to-5. Because growing your money through investing is one thing, but avoiding the traps that drain it, that's the real game.